Alright, I'm going to start off saying real quick, I drink and I know stuff. This is brought to you by Bird Dog Peach Whiskey. This guy, some watch, some don't. I don't know. He's a black guy. His name is Mo Reese. His YouTube channel is MOREESE. Mo Reese. Easy to find. He's a guy that grew up in the city. He did an excellent video today about the protests and the white privilege, black privilege. You got to check this guy out. You've got to watch. You got to check this guy out. If you just watch one video, this is the one to watch. And maybe you like him, maybe you don't. Maybe you watch two videos and you realize, hey, this is not where I'm at in the life. I don't know, but he's a good guy. My experience in the inner cities back in the 80s, he's talking about issues that I was talking about then. He and a handful of other guys, they know it. They got it. They realize everything there is to. They lived it. There's nothing else I can say. They lived it. They know it. They understand it. Watch them. Maurice, Uber guy, Tony X. They'll tell you everything there is to know about the world right now. I can't give enough kudos. If those guys had a voice 35 years ago, 35 more than that, back in the late 80s when I was doing slum rehabs and factory renovations back in the inner cities, this world would be different. Great guys. Really great guys. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I on my phone, I cannot put links in the description. I can't put. You probably can. I don't know how to do that. I'm a simple guy. I drink and I know stuff, and that's all. That's it. But I went to the 2A rally today in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. There was all sorts of misinformation that there was infiltrators, that there was everything else. Any possible thing to get people to not go was put out. We went anyway because the rioters don't need a permit to throw bricks and Molotov cocktails through windows, so we figured, fuck it. We don't need a permit to do something legal. Go figure. And we did it. And it was peaceful and it was nice, and I'm sure there was no crime in that city while we were all there with our AR-15s and armed to the fucking teeth. It worked out well. We had our speakers. We did what we did. We did what we did every year for the last few years. There was not a big turnout, but I would stand with anybody there. Anybody that showed up, they're on my team. When you're picking teams, I would pick anybody there. First choice, everybody there. They all showed up. We all had the same opinion. We all had. None of us are going to put up with it, and you figure it out. Maybe we're 1%, maybe we're 2%. I don't know, but that population of our state of Pennsylvania, we were willing to take off from work, show up in Harrisburg. We're all ready for anything, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that you're not the lone gunman. It's a good feeling that there's a hell of a lot of people that are also ready to be the lone gunman. The the disenchantmentness is that if there's, I don't know. I'll ask George Bush. He'll probably tell me that's a word. He made them up all the time. Um, the number of people that are just not willing to go with the game anymore is growing every day. And the number of people that are not willing to put up with the bullshit, that are not willing to be locked down in their houses, that can't go to work, uh, that are not really happy about getting more in unemployment than they are if they actually worked. The number of people that are just totally disenfranchised with the entire system um, is growing every day. I hope people wake up. The somebody posted a video, and for the life of me, I'm not going to remember it right now, but I will remember it in about 15 minutes after this video is over. But it was a video, and the background music was a song, "Those Were the Days," and it pretty much brought me to tears. You've got these people that grew up in a world that told them something, and for that reason, because they believed it, they're throwing rocks through windows, they're looting stores, they're burning down neighborhoods. They will get arrested. They will spend those years that song talks about in prison. They are going to waste those years. My years between 15 and 25 were awesome. I had the best youth. No matter what. I went to jail during that time. I fought the cops. God, the amount of things that happened in my life, and they were awesome. And to know that there's kids right now that are brainwashed, throwing rocks through windows, looting stores, they're going to spend those years in prison. It just, that song just, it almost brought me to tears. It was terrible. I can't put it into words. I honestly cannot put it into words. The kids think that this is their defining moment. When I was 15, I never thought I'd see 20. When I was 20, I never thought I'd see 30. 30, I never thought it. Shit, 30, I took on the entire football team at the local high school, and I came out on top. I mean, I thought I'd be beat to death, but I took them on, and here I am still. I just turned 54. People, you're going to live a lot longer than you plan on. And when these kids realize that the damage that they did because they were 24 or 25 or 8, 19 or whatever the hell they are, and they're going to make a difference. Bill Ayers, he was a Weather Underground. He blew up a police station. He blew up police. He killed people. And by a technicality, he got out of jail for free. And you can look it up on YouTube, on the internet. You can look it up anywhere, and you can find him walking out of the courthouse saying, "Free as a bird, guilty as hell." And that's not very many people. That's Bill Ayers. That's 1 in a fucking million. And all these kids that are throwing Molotovs thinking they're going to change the world, they're going to wind up in jail for a very, very long time. Their entire youth is going to be gone. Bill Ayers is married to, what's her name, Marianne Dorrance or something? Something Dorrance. It wasn't until Obama pardoned her that she got out of prison 40-something years later. You know, all these goddamn kids that are putting on skinny black jeans and black t-shirts and a hoodie and a mask, do they realize that they're looking at the next 40 years in fucking prison. Not only is their youth gone, their most golden years, but their entire life is gone. And man, I pray for these people at night. They, yeah, it's a terrible thing. It's a really terrible thing. I can't understand why anybody, somebody who's grabbed by the throat and just be like, you know what? If you think this is your defining moment, die now. Just die now. Charge the cop, grab the cop by the throat, whatever. Get shot now. Die now. Because your defining moment in 40 years, when you finally get some kind of half-ass pardon from some fucking God knows what president that nobody even knows where the hell he came from, that's going to suck. 40 years of your life gone. Think about that one for a minute. And that's what these kids are doing. They're sold on a cause. They're doing their thing. They're answering an ad for Craigslist for being a political activist and change the world. But they're the ones that are going to wind up in jail forever. Their entire life is going to be thrown out the window. And okay, maybe they live to 80. So there's 40 years of no skill, no job, no building up anything, no house, no love life, no nothing. And that's what these kids are doing. It's a goddamn shame. It's just, that song, for some reason, it just hit us. It hit a note. Those were the days. And it just knocked me to my knees. It's just like, Lord, help these people. They have no idea what they're doing. Anyway, like I said, brought to you by Bird Dog Peach Whiskey. I drink and I know stuff. Y'all have a good night.